aiming for the top, trying to make it before all your time is up. We stay up on the grind all day, non-stop.
Welcome back to another episode of Starving Artists. My name is LJ Jones. I hope you all are doing well and staying healthy out there. I got another exciting show lined up. They get better each and every week. So listen, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Almost Died on a Rock, came back a challenge champ, Mr. Bearware himself from the Emmy-nominated #1 show on MTV, The Challenge. Rogan O'Connor, what's good, my guy?
Yo, how you doing, man? That sounds good. Emmy-nominated.
Emmy-nominated. Yeah, man. Listen, after your performance this week, I had to give you the best intro I could come up with.
I love that. That's the best intro I think I've ever had.
There we go. How you been, bro? You been all right?
Been great, man. Been great. Yeah. Been busy trying to get in shape. I've got a holiday coming up.
Yeah.
They're finally letting us leave the country, so I'm going to Ibiza.
There you go.
So I've got a couple of weeks, but I'm going with Joss, and he obviously looks like a Greek god all the time, and I only look like it sometimes. So I gotta step things up a notch. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good, man. Good. I'm happy for you. How's Bearware going? You see, I had to rock mine for the interview.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's hot as hell, but I had to do it for you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, for once, got some right here. There we go. For the first time ever, I'm not wearing it. I thought this is actually a label. This is Joss's on, so I thought I'd rock a bit of label for once rather than just always being a bear. But no, it's so good. So I've been in the office all morning, putting orders together. Had orders this morning to Belgium, Switzerland, England, America, and Australia.
Wow.
We're worldwide, baby. We're worldwide.
Business is booming. That's awesome.
It is. Touch wood, it is. Yeah, I'm very thankful that everyone's enjoying the Bears right now.
I'm excited for you. Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes after this new set. You have the lemon. What do you have now? The lemon.
So we started off with the peach and the blue, and then we brought out a white, and now we brought out lemon. Oh, no, pink, blue, and white. Sorry, and now we've just brought out the lemon and the peach, and they all pretty much sold out straight away. So we've just restocked everything as much as we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've also got kids versions of them. Called Bear Cubs, which are going really well as well. So
my son, my 5-year-old, he saw this. He's like, I want one. That's a nice, that's a cool bear. I want one. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll have to pick you up one too.
Yeah, it is cool when you're matching. I think everyone loves that now, to like be matching with their son or their daughter or whatever. So yeah, with the Bear Cubs, it's the same, but instead of the Corona bottle, he's holding a milk bottle. So keeping it a bit more.
Keeping it PG, maybe G.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this past episode was intense. I'm sure you're still reeling.
It was amazing, man. I was so pumped, like watching it. Like I had goosebumps. I mean, I know what happens. I was there, but it was insane. And like, everything about it, from driving a car into a group of people. That was pretty extreme. And then being one of those people and getting driven into, that was nuts. And then the whole Jenny thing where I kind of exposed her a little bit. A terrible political game. And then the whole brawl, the thing I've always dreamt of, the thing I always wanted to do. So do that, and then
let's run it back to the beginning. Now, let me say this: the last 2, maybe 3 episodes, while it's airing, like you and I have been talking a little bit. And now, as a fan of the challenge and as a fan of you, that there's nothing more surreal than talking to you as it's happening. And little background. But let's talk about the daily challenge. How that just looked like fun. Like some of the daily challenges looked like hell. This one looked like fun.
Yeah, and then it's so annoying having to go first because it's like, oh yeah, you're just gonna drive as fast as you can and then handbrake turn and try and take out as many barrels as you can. It's like, So it's like I would have loved to have watched a few people do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I did really well. Touch wood. When I did it, I was like, I think I've got this. And then Bananas went up straight away and just like, obviously he had a little bit of help, which I didn't have, but still, we don't get into that. But I loved it, man. Like I've never really been like a massive car person, but that was the most fun I think I've had in the challenge. One out of the challenges, definitely up there. Yeah, for sure.
Let's just say it's a good thing that you didn't end up like Kyle or Nelson right out the gate first to go. How was that when both of them went? How did that go?
It just made me feel like I'd done so well, because like Kyle's dad is a stunt driver, so so you'd think that Kyle would be able to at least hit one barrel, but nah, not a single barrel. So it was funny. It was funny, bless them.
So what, the day after the challenge, Twitter goes crazy talking about how Kyle and Melissa helped Bananas cheat. What's your take? What do you think they did?
Well, one thing I've learned from the challenge is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, I mean, me and Kyle got caught cheating like, 2 weeks before. It is what it is, man. Like, I'm not bitter about it. Like, I wish I'd thought of that and told a few people to kick their barrels off. I might have done, and it just didn't get picked up. Who knows? But the only thing is, it would have been funny if Johnny had tried to do the same to Kyle, because Kyle missed completely, so that would have looked a bit weird.
Yeah.
But so it's a good job Johnny actually hit some barrels, so Kyle and Mel could help him out there, because otherwise they would have got busted. But you know, it is what it is. And you know, Johnny's not the greatest of all time for no reason. He's clever enough to find loopholes to see a reflection of some flashing lights, to win a challenge, to get his friends, his alliance, his minions to kick over barrels for him. Then you know, that's what makes him, you know, the best to have ever done it. So fair play to him.
It made me think of last season when the Brits were caught cheating with when Theo broke the lock. That's what it made me think of. I don't remember people going crazy about that.
That was my idea.
Was that your idea?
Because there was a storm, and so we actually had to stop halfway through the challenge. The UK people did, and we came out, and I said, "Look, guys, we're miles ahead. We've got like 2 locks left, but we're not going to get them. We've been stuck on the same 2 for so long." I said, "Once we get back in that hamster wheel, we're gonna deadlift them out." So me, Josh, CT, and Theo were deadlifting them out.
Yeah.
And everyone else's job was just to distract, just to jump in front of us and keep us blocked. So, but we just went in, and I was like, "Look, we've got time. Let's not rush straight away." But as soon as you get in there and it starts turning, the adrenaline kicks in, and we just fucking, all 4 of us just pulled that pole straight out, and we were way too obvious. We were way too obvious. But fuck it, man. But you know,
you got to win. You got to win.
Exactly. Play to win always.
So I'm curious, if Bananas hadn't made that tribunal, what was it? It was Corey and Fessy were tied for 21. How different do you think the rest of the episode would have went? Who would have been the house vote? Do you think you still would have thrown yourself in?
I don't know. The thing is, like, I did so much politicking and all that bullshit last season, and it got me the win. It got me the flag. It got me $250,000, you know, and that was all good. But like, I agree with a lot of the fans when I don't think I necessarily deserved that. Like, I just turned up. All I wanted to do was not die on the mountain on the first day. Yeah. So to come away with the win, I was kind of like, fuck. And all these people are, Rogan's scared of elimination. I was thinking, no, I'm not. Like, I'd love to do an elimination. I just wanted to do as well as I could by any means necessary, and I did that. And so this season was more about proving myself as a person and as a competitor, and not really giving a fuck about the win. Sure, if I could make a final, which, you know, I have now, if I can get the win, amazing. But it was more about proving myself to the fans. I felt I owed them that, because I don't like. I got, you know, plenty of dough now, which obviously I'm investing into a business which I care a lot about. But I feel like I got lucky. I have to agree with the fans, you know, and I look like a bit of a bitch. So this season was about making up for that and not being a bitch. Yeah. so going into elimination, that's all I wanted to do. And obviously took out Jay pretty quick time, and it didn't satisfy my urges. So I think regardless, I wanted that last elimination, because we were like 90% sure it was the last one, and we hadn't had a hall brawl. And I was just like, I was convinced even before nomination, anything, I was convinced it was a hall brawl. In my head, that was all it could be. So, so I'm glad it was, and I got what I wanted, and you know, I was ready to go against anyone. Thankfully, I managed to pull it off against Nelson. But yeah, I think either way, I was going down. I had my head set on, unless I had won I knew no one was going to pull me into a tribunal. Because I wasn't close with anyone by the end. So I thought, if I don't win and take out every single one of these barrels, then I'm going in regardless. So I was set on that, and I was comfortable with that. And I was so fucking fed up that I just didn't care. So.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking when I was watching the episode, everybody that you were with last season's not there except for D. We know how that goes. But so, did you feel alone in the house once CT was gone?
Once Bear, I got real close with Bear.
Yeah.
Well, once Bear was. The thing is, I'm good. I'm friends with Nelson, Corey, Fessy. I'm friends with Kyle and Johnny. But then I don't know. I felt like they had Nelson, Corey, Fessy had a clique. Yeah. Johnny and Kyle, although I'm friendly with and I was in a room with, I knew Johnny didn't want me in the final. So I knew that was going to go sour at some point. And Kyle still is always going to be bitter about me sending him home and what led up to that, and me and his ex-girlfriend and stuff. So I know that as much as me and Kyle get on, he's a snake. So I just knew I didn't have the closeness. I didn't have my CT, I didn't have my Bear, I didn't have my Joss, I didn't have my Paulie. Do you know what I mean? Like, all my solid boys weren't there. So
So what was running through your mind when Nelson and Corey pulled you aside to say, hey, Jenny's wrangling votes for you? Now, you already knew you wanted to throw yourself in, but
so the thing is Jenny's the reason Jenny fucked up is because I basically on the bus home, I turned around to Corey and Nelson and Fessy, and I went, look, I'm going to make things very easy for you boys. I'm putting myself in, so you don't need to worry about betraying me or any of that bullshit, because I'm putting myself in. So everyone heard me say I was putting myself in before. Everyone knew it. So Johnny, because Jenny doesn't really think too good. So Johnny told Jenny, oh, Rogan's going to throw himself in anyway, so you don't need to worry about backstabbing him. Go up to Corey and Nelson and secure yourself by telling them you're going to vote for Rogan. And so if she just hadn't said anything, if she had kept her mouth shut, Corey and Nelson wouldn't have voted for her. So she put herself in. And obviously the betrayal, not really betrayal on me, because I didn't really like Jenny anyway. But so she got my vote as well. I had the opportunity to tie it up so it was between her and D. And obviously, I could have easily put D in, but and then it would have been D versus Bailey. It would have been D versus Bailey then if I had done that. And D might have stood a chance, but probably not. I don't know. But
I mean, and Jenny had that experience in the Hall Brawl last season with Tori anyway. So
Jenny finally, I think I did Jenny a favor because she got to prove that she can do a Hall Brawl. She got absolutely annihilated by Tori. And then, and then it came back and she absolutely annihilated D. So I gave her resurrection and justification. So
and I'm kind of skipping ahead, but seeing Jenny versus D, it was like, I mean, it's not fair as it was, but just seeing how not fair that it ended up being, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, she picked her up and dragged her ass. Jenny picked D up and dragged her ass.
Yeah, it's it was intense, but that made me think. Obviously, size matters, and physical contact and knowing what you can do for someone, when the physicality is that different. So it made me think, obviously what I did to Jay, in my opinion, was, it was a bit mean, but it was all fair play. Imagine if I'd had to go. Imagine if me and Jay's was a Hall Brawl. would I have still been the bad guy for picking him up and smashing him in the hall brawl? Because the same rules applied. Like, I don't know.
Right.